My name's William. This is the Next Level U podcast.
This is the first episode. My name's Carson.
By the way, our YouTube channel, we will be talking about like motivational speeches, different topics on how to get motivated and self improvement hacks and different things like that. If you guys have any like input on our videos, let us know.
Today we wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how we developed our motivation and discipline and how it can be relevant to you in your lives and how you can implement discipline and motivation as well.
So at first I wasn't motivated. I always had a lot of depression. I had to get over that and I had to make better for myself. So the way I did it was I got motivated by my family and my friends. Some people don't have that, but you just gotta find something that's worth working for. So me, it was my art career. I started an art career of my own. I work out.
Right. And I'm personally trying to start a clothing brand company. Right now I'm researching, saving up for it. I work at a factory job. I work at Levi's, boxing up jeans all day. And I used to be, had a lot of mental problems. I wasn't disciplined. My life wasn't together at all. And now I work out. I meditate a lot, like almost every day. I have a good paying job. And I am researching and I'm saving up for a business right now. So.
And talking about my job, I work at Freddy's. It's a restaurant. Yeah, at first you think restaurant, wow, it's not gonna pay much. Yeah, you don't get, I get paid decent, but at the same time, at least I get fed, and whenever I need something, I have my job I like, which helps motivation. If you have a job you like the job, you will have good motivation, right? You'll have motivation to get to that job. So
right.
And keep it up.
Another thing is, even if you're not where you want to be right now, even if you haven't reached your goals yet, I think it's still important to be grateful. Like, yeah, you can want to be a entrepreneur and you can want to be rich and you can want to have a six-pack and be ripped, and you should want that stuff, but you shouldn't be depressed if you don't have it yet. You should be grateful
for even getting that first step and even trying to do that motivation.
Yeah, and even if you're going outside on a walk, just admire every tree, admire everything around you. Say hi to somebody like walking their dog. How was your morning? How was your day? Be grateful that you have the life that you have, even if you don't have the life that you have. Every little flower has its own beauty. Every tree is beautiful. Every blade of grass is beautiful in all of their own way. And I think a lot of people don't know like the importance of that.
Yeah.
And they don't know the beauty in life just because they're not like a rich guy with a six-pack. They don't really admire anything unless it has something to do with that. And I think you should still have gratitude while you're still striving for that. Don't only have pleasure in the top goals. Like, yeah, you should strive for those goals, but I don't think that you should, be ungrateful for anything else that isn't that. That's just my outlook on it. So tell us like how you started your motivation journey, where you were at the beginning compared to how you got here now.
Okay. So it's I had a lot of depression. I have bipolar. I have a lot of different diagnoses, and that so I just had to overlook them. I had to be myself. I had to I want to start this art company. I want to at first I'm like, I don't like my art. I used to rip up my art because I didn't like it until I had like the motivation, or I didn't have that. It was the factor of like I had to get that motivation by doing the thing. So I had to keep on my art. I couldn't, and I had one person in general and a couple more people after that they got me into it. Like I went to multiple things like art shows.
Right.
I just put myself out there, and eventually I got
Right.
looked by an art school. I went to the Cincinnati Art Academy, and they even, without even going to the school, they gave me a certificate
Right.
for going to the school.
And you didn't have an easy start. You weren't
No.
born with like rich parents. You weren't born with a big friend group. You literally started off with a neglectful household, an abusive stepdad.
Yeah,
Nobody really supported you. Like I remember
yeah,
when I would go over to his house, he would be, you know, addicted to certain things. He would drink like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day.
true.
You know, he wasn't in the best mental space. He didn't have the best start.
'Cause I would even stay up for like 4 days straight
Right.
because I
He-
couldn't.
He even got kicked out, and you know, he was homeless for a short time, and he did not have a good start. You don't need
You
the
don't need.
best
Yeah, you
start.
don't need the best start. It's what you do with.
you can
what-
make it out.
Yeah, and it's also what you do with even like the stepdad situation he was talking about. It's what you do with what you've been dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
and how you overlook that, and how you can turn that around to make it what you want. So say, some people think, this is another topic that I know some people talk about. Are you born a killer? Or are you born someone that might hurt someone? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. In my eyes, with what I've been through, I don't think you're born that, because
Right.
I've seen some people that turn into being maniacs.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, they've been through what I've been through, or somewhat a little bit more. But even with what I've been through, I put that into good.
Yeah.
You don't have to put what you put into the bad stuff, saying hurt people or put people down yourself. Try to put something good out there.
Yeah.
What got you motivated?
So, I also didn't have like as good as a start as other people or other entrepreneurs. I was like addicted to games all the time. Every day I would get home from school, I would watch something, and then I would play Fortnite until probably like 2 a.m., 2 or 3 in the morning. I would only get like 3 hours of sleep, then go to school the next day, and then get bad grades at school, and then go back to the same cycle over and over again. I had a small group of friends, or no, barely any friends other than him
Yeah.
and one other person. Everyone else didn't like me. Everyone else would, make fun of me. I got bullied a lot, and it sucked. I was depressed. I literally got no girls, and then I did talk to a girl, and she ended up getting back with her ex. So the one time I did talk to a girl, I got fucked over by it. Didn't have luck with almost anything in my life. Didn't seem like anything was going right. I saw online other people my age that were doing way better than me in life, and I was like, why am I here and they're up here? Got bullied a lot. People have started rumors about me. I also have had not a good stepdad, as many people in this generation don't. And people would call me, all kinds of terrible things. Everything in the book. People have called me everything in the book, and everybody would believe it. You have no idea. It got so bad that I had to go homeschooled, as you know.
Yeah.
And so I ended up finding out about self-improvement during about 2022, I think. That's when I discovered it. I was watching Andrew Tate, which I don't believe most of what he says anymore, but that's kind of how I got onto it. And then the big life changer that I found was Hamza. Shout out to Hamza, by the way. He's really the YouTuber that set me on this path and changed my life, basically. I'm not glazing him. I'm just saying he's a big part of why I am here today. And I watched all like every one of his videos. I watched hours of it every single day until I watched all of his videos. So I dropped almost everybody. I went homeschooled and I went all in for like 2 years. I would work out every single day. I wouldn't miss one day. I would meditate every single day. I would read books every single day, learning about money, learning about business, learning about stocks, other kinds of investments, self-improvement. I would gratitude journal. I would go to boxing, big hobby. I got a job at that time, and I got my life completely straightened out, completely together. Now, a little bit after those 2 years, I stopped doing that for a little bit. I don't exactly remember the reasons why, but I stopped doing that for a little bit, and I'm now, ever since about a month ago, I've been back on this journey, back to improving myself all the time, staying consistent on those habits, and my life is completely straightened out now.
Yeah. What made you want to get back into the motivation, or what sparked your motivation to get?
Just seeing how far I fell off and seeing how behind I've gotten. Even like the people that weren't on self-improvement were starting to get ahead of me, and just seeing that sparked the flame in me again. I'm like, what happened to me? I used to be so good. I used to be such a good human being, so well off, so consistent, and now I'm here. So realizing that made me want to start doing everything again, made me want to get everything straight again, get years ahead of my peers again, and that's what set it off again this past month or two. What about you?
I got motivated in like I want to say like a year and a half ago, or yeah, about that, right?
Yeah.
You kind of a factor of everything that was going on, me being homeless, a little bit of time for like 2.5 months, to the factor of I wanted to be there for my family, to the factor of I had stuff I wanted to do in life. I wanted to be one of those people that started something and got to do what they dreamed of doing in life. Like I said in all our videos, you have to have something to strive for, and you gotta want it.
Right.
So mainly it was a factor of a lot of things that just hit me. Like, I don't want to be homeless. I want to have a life. I want to be something my mom, my family, and myself could be proud of, and so can my friends. So that got me into self-improvement. The factor of that got me motivated to start wanting to work out, to get a job, to get, I didn't like being homeless. That was not something I liked. That was, terrifying every night. But, the factor of, some people, they get used to being homeless. I noticed that a lot. They got so used to it that they would just sleep under a bridge without a tent. I'm like, no. I couldn't do that. I was feeling bad for them, but at the same time, they were like, I like this. I'm like, I want something that I can be proud of. Homelessness is not something I can be proud of.
No one should be proud of it, unless you're in, a third world country.
That pretty much, even then, it's kind of like, some people, they can't find the motivation, and this, I want you guys to know, there's always hope. I've just tried to find help. I asked for help. I had to go through a lot of loops and barriers, but at least I got somewhere that I could, lay my head, and that they noted, and it also helped that I had mental issues in the past. They looked up all my records and all that, but other than that, it's like, I have something that I can rest my head. Let me get a job. You got to do one little step at a time. And when I got there, they were, it helped me a lot. And just because people say, wow, you're in a group home, wow, I don't care. I'd rather have that over my head than me being nowhere. And it's one more step to what I want, which is I wanted to start an art business. I wanted to have a steady job that
Right.
I never could have before. Because my mom, the reason why she kicked me out the first time was because she said I wasn't trying to find a job, and I was. I did 120 applications. I showed her the information. She didn't approve of it, and I just gave up. That's when my motivation stopped a little bit, is because my family was putting me down, like, you're not trying, and I
Right.
knew I was, but it was the fact.
And you were just tired of living life that way. You
Yeah.
were just tired of everyone not believing in you.
Yeah,
You were
and
tired of everything.
yeah, and it also helped. It was hard to do after a while of being unmotivated to even look myself in the mirror and say good job today, and that does take time. Even when you get like another video of mine, I'm gonna try to put this in there, but it was a factor of getting up out of bed just to make your bed, right? After that, don't just make your bed and say, okay, I made my bed, what
Right.
next? Say good job, it looks good,
Yeah.
I did good.
And it's not even about just making your bed. That's
Yeah.
not the point.
Yeah,
It can be unimaginably difficult to start. Just making your bed isn't the point. It's
the start in the
it's
journey.
the start of your journey. Just making your bed can be way more difficult than a lot of people can imagine. If you are stuck in a rut, if you're stuck in life, nothing is together. You've shattered into pieces. Just making your bed is
It's hard.
hard, and it can be more impressive than a lot of people would think.
Yeah.
So, how do you think what we've learned and the stuff we've been through, how do you think that can resonate with anybody watching? And how do you think that no matter what they are going through right now, how do you think that they can develop motivation and discipline for themselves?
So what? At least I want to know that everybody, you go through stuff every day. It doesn't matter if it's little, doesn't matter if it's big, doesn't matter if it's catastrophic. You might lose a family member, you might lose your dog, you might lose, but I know for a fact that you can get through what you've been through. It's just you gotta put yourself on a straight and narrow path, and that you got to want, even though you lose like your dog, right? That dog, yes, he was there, and a dog always will be.
Right.
It's just you gotta hold on to the memories, and
Yeah. So how does that manifest into motivation? Like, how do they turn their past and their hatred and their depression into motivation?
so it's the factor of, so all my family, yeah, I despise my stepdad because of what he did, but I just stopped being around him, I don't go over there, and I just had to overlook what he did and put it into the words of helping others. Maybe that's not for you, maybe it is,
Yeah.
but that's what I did, and helping others with what I've been through, that's actually what drives me to do these motivational videos, is me helping others is helping, in a way, helping myself, and that it also drives me to do better myself,
Yeah. So you think that if somebody is stuck in a scenario in life that they don't want to be in, that the solution would be start helping others?
It would not, it would be like, you gotta help yourself before you can help others.
Yeah.
And that you gotta strive for at least the next step.
Help
It doesn't,
yourself.
yes.
Start one step at a time.
Yeah, you can't just jump 15 steps
Right.
saying I got a house. I got my own, like, actual house that I bought. Yeah.
Right. I would agree. Like, I don't think people should jump to step 20 if they're on step 0.
Yeah.
Start off, make your bed. Once you make your bed every day, fix your circadian rhythm and your sleep schedule. Once you've fixed your sleep schedule, ask for a promotion or raise at your job, or get a job if you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Once you do that, maybe start
And also get, like, if you have like a job that you do the same thing every day,
Right.
get that into a rhythm. You
Right,
know,
right.
because my job loves me because I get everything done because I have something that I do. So I do the chairs. I put the chairs down. Then I just go and stare steps every day. I do the same thing. And yeah, change is a hard thing still always for me.
Yeah.
But
Get into a rhythm.
yeah,
And when you're ready, add to that rhythm.
yeah, don't just jump.
Make the changes subtle. Don't
Yeah.
just like jump to like step 20. If you were to like jump to like step 20, that can be a lot. Develop a rhythm, and whenever you're ready, slowly add to that rhythm. Add the working out, add the meditating, whatever your
Whatever-
hobby is, or get a hobby maybe.
Yeah, find what you want as your hobby. Like, yeah, you know, being rich can be like fun,
Mm-hmm.
and it can do stuff, but if say you know, don't be working at your job 24/7 all the time, you know. It's nice to have the money in your pocket, but don't overwork yourself too. So say, because this is what I've learned too from my past jobs, is like I was doing 9-hour shifts 5 days a week. The 9, maybe if you like, if you have to 9 hours, do 3 days a week. Start with that. You know, if you like your job, then you can keep it going. You know, you
Yeah.
don't have to keep it. You don't have to, like, you know, you got to build up to that.
Right.
That's another thing I'm trying to say, is you got to build up to what the next step is. You can't just force yourself into something, but work yourself for what you want. You know.
Yeah. So I hope that this kind of advice on this Next Level You podcast resonates with you. Obviously, there is probably better people to get advice from, but that we just want to arm you guys with information. We
Yeah.
want to, even though we're not super successful, we don't know nothing. We still want you guys to resonate with this. We still want to try to help you guys. And I
And-
still think that some of the advice we're giving you guys is worth listening to.
Yeah, and if you guys resonate, then let us know. You know, if you guys think that, you know, this podcast is helpful, you know, this is something that you guys want to hear a lot of the times, we can make it a thing.
Right.
For like maybe give it or take twice a month.
Mm-hmm. Or even more if you guys really love it.
Yeah.
You know?
If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. And if you guys like the podcast, let us know.
I know this was kind of a shorter podcast.
This
This is just kind of a testing thing,
Yeah.
testing stage right now. If you guys really enjoy the podcast, we are going to be coming out with longer form podcasts. But for now, let us know if you like this.